Okay, let's go for the top meta players under 50k. Might be thinking, why 50k? But don't forget, not everyone has a 500k team, and there's so many gems that even though they cost 50k, like the Griezmanns and the Kerrs, they actually use in teams that are worth 1,000,000 coins or more. So we're going over players that I've used, players that I recommend. I'm also going to give you my top pick for each category in each position as well. Well, let's get it first started we're going to go for top 7. We've got a lot of players here, to be honest. It's hard. There's actually a lot of players to choose from. We've gone with Lautaro Martinez, hard to link, but with the finesse shot playstyle plus, if you want a cheap son, someone that can finesse the ball. And to be honest, Syria, I've got some good links under like 50k per position. Don't forget, 50k per position, like let's say like a 550k team, 600k team. It's actually quite a lot of money. The average team probably is only like 300k, 200k at this time of the year. But with the Hunter, I think he's a very, very good card. You get the links to the Barellas, finesse shot playstyle plus, lacks the curve and the long shots, but you can put a Hawk on him. That normally tries to resolve most issues, but of course you do lose a bit of the pace. But he can also be a good striker. When you have this kind of budget, you can't really be picky and choosy. But Sam Kerr would be, of course, the best striker you can get. Lacks the curve, but she's got the long shots. Look, again, Hunter or Hawk, but I think she can play as that player that can run in behind as well. She has everything, 4-star, 4-star, and she's very agile as well. So I think she definitely goes in there being one of the better players as well, if you're asking me personally speaking. Probably the best one, I would say, under 50k. Then we're going to put a Simen on, not probably a used card as we thought it would be, because of course this one extinct doesn't exist. The one in Serie A, but 6'1", if you're looking for a taller player, you want to go for the heading type player, he can be a good shot. If you want a good heading player though, quick honorable mention for Peter Crouch. If you see my TikToks, you will know how OP this guy is. But let's just say you're someone likes to spam headers, have a bit of fun, and you're a mechanic abuser, the amount of goals you can score with someone like Peter Crouch will be shocking. Deanne goes in. She was like 12k or not 12k, but she was like 15k when I bought her on my other account. Honestly, one of the best strikers. You get 90 finishing, 91 sprint speed. How many strikers have 90 finishing, 91 sprint speed? Maybe 5, 6 at max. And the fact she's only 90k, look, it's only because she's French that makes it more viable. But she's in Arcana League or Premier League, whatever it's called. To be honest, such a good card. I think she's probably the most underpriced, undervalued card inside the game. Can play right mid as well. Then we go over to Padjor, again, another left wing card. Rapid playstyle. Yeah, she's 3-star, 3-star. But as a winger, even as a striker, don't sleep on her. She's one of the other cards. Maybe just misses out by the 90 sprint speed. But again, with a Hunter, she's exceptional. A lot of these cards, I don't know why they're so cheap. Maybe because people just think they can't link them into normal teams because of the women's leagues and stuff like that. But I don't know why these players are so cheap. She's Polish, or maybe apart from the obvious links like Lewandowski, you're a bit in trouble. But to be honest, the League F links, so many good cards. Roll throw, etc, etc. Then we go over to now we're going to go over to strikers. We're going to strikers, wingers, hybrid. So we've got Chiesa, put him in, fantastic card as a Hunter, as a striker, right mid, or even a left hand side. Gyökeres comes in at the very, very cheap option. You got Kudananji as well, but for 86 finishing, 92 sprint speed with a 5-star weak foot, how can we not put him in for under 50k? You can get a link to Jeremiah as well. We're going to admit Jeremiah from the actual best centre backs, but so I'm going to mention him now. But yes, you could link him together and go with like the Portuguese league. Get them both on 2 chemistry. Swanson comes in as well in WSL, should I say? What a card she is, 5-star weak foot as well. Probably a finishing lets her down a bit. So Hunter as a winger, maybe as a striker. Look, you can't really get away with a Hawk. You really need a Hunter if you want to go for a winger. Because a Hawk, I think, it's not bad, but I'd rather go with a Hunter, get the pace and finishing up. And if you're going to play in striker, let's say you want to play on a cheap with like a Kudananji, you can get her there as well. Honorable mention here to Oshawala as well. She goes in. Again, there's so many players under 50k. But honorable mention to Oshawala as well. She goes in as well. And then we're going to move over to the, I believe it's the cam positions. Yep, so cam positions. There's not that many cam positions inside the game. Neymar has gone up in value. He went down. He sunk down. He went back up again. He was like 37 at one point on Sunday, whenever it was. What a card he is, by the way. He probably is probably one of the best cams inside the game, if you're asking me, to be honest, personally speaking. What a card he is. 5-star, 5-star. Only downside is the links. And then we go over to Musiala. You're basically playing for technical sprint. You can also play centre mid, Bundesliga, not the best of links, don't get me wrong, but for 16k with a technical sprint, a lot of these cards you're going to see have got the very good play styles. Then we've got Rayton. She's actually a very good chemistry player. If you want to get Sam Kerr on chem, she can play as a left mid as well. But look at those stats: 90 agility, plus 90 agility, plus 90 balance. With a hunter, she can get the job done, and she's got very good passing, very decent card, very good playstyles, and in form is only 33k. Actually, not a bad card indeed. Then we're gonna go with Medema. Now, look, don't get me wrong, okay? She's not gonna be look in striker. Maybe she's a better striker, but look, I know it's gonna be hard to link these players, but with a Sam Kerr, if you're really looking for those links, you can do. Foden goes into my honorable mention for the best cam in this category. Guy's unbelievable, you know. With a hunter, look at those stats. You know, you can see his face value stats already good. But you can see 96 finishing, 91 sprint speed, 92 agility and balance. Very good passing. Can play left mid, left wing, right mid. And of course got a technical sprint. Probably the best cam right now you can get inside the game for under 250k. Maybe you can argue that Joe Cole's maybe the only one that competes. But I've got him on every single one of my teams. He was 150k and now I think he's gone down. You know, he's literally nothing now. 30k, what a card he is. We put Donovan in as an honorable mention because I think I got him on one of my other accounts. What a card he actually is. You know, what a card he actually is. You know, I doubted him at first, but yes, everything that you want. If you're looking for a cam, but you can't get those links, you know I'm talking about how hard it is. There's literally, you know, if you go here to players and I go here to cams, there's literally a finite number of cams that are usable. You have maybe 1 page, 2 pages, the 3 page, and after that is just garbage. Like after that, like basically after this page, you've got garbage. Like you're not going to be using Marino and Cam, are you? So apart from that, and players like Dembele are the obvious ones, but we'll come back to in a second. But there's not that many options. I mean, of course, if you exclude the top tier icons, you need someone that's quick. So Dembele goes in as the final card that I wanted to mention. In fact, let me just quickly show you, just in case those who don't know about Dembele, but I'm sure you all do. He probably goes in as maybe second to Foden. Maybe a technical sprint puts Foden in front. Otherwise, I would put Dembele there as probably the best count on the 50k. So yeah, the Neymars, of course. Then we're going to go over the left wing. So I mentioned we have Swanson as well. So Swanson is a card that can play on the left-hand side as well. Kind of double down on her. Neymar, of course, can play left mid. Needs a hunter though. Ajabade, what a card she is. 50k. If you go for the Liga F, I know she's an SBC. Hopefully by the time you're watching this, she's still out. But she's actually a very, very good card as well. With a hunter, she can play that exceptional role. And the only downside is what sucks is that, for example, this card here can play striker. But this card can't. It's the only thing that sucks. So just bear that in mind when you are going to do her. But she's a very, very good card. Nico Williams has to come in. Can play left or the right-hand side as well. What a fantastic card. One of the best wingers. Just about stays in. We put like a 10% latency in. So we'll go to max at 60k because by the time this video comes out, player's probably going to drop by 5k anyway on Sunday anyway. Diaz also goes in as well in that team. What a card he is. And then Chiesa can also play the striker role, as I mentioned as well. There's so many good cards here you have. We go over to the right-hand side. We've got Dembele, as I mentioned. Can play that cam role as well very, very well. Then we have Adama Traore. Look, he's basically a free card. Rapid. Look, as a striker, maybe not. Look, you can put a finisher on him. 4-star, 4-star. He actually not too bad as a free card. He has to have a finisher and he has to have maximum chemistry. If you've got a player that hasn't got the best of stats and you're putting a chem boost on them, you ideally want to get the finishing up. That's why finishing is important for certain players. He's more of a better right mid as opposed to a striker is what I would say. Then we've got Diani as well. And then we've got Rodrigo. Rodrigo can also double down as a striker as well. That's why I didn't put him in the striker category because I think everyone knows Rodrigo as a striker is one of the best strikers inside the game. Again, I'm trying to go for like the least obvious options, but obviously try to maintain them all in and distribute them all out because they can play multiple positions. But again, what a card he is as well. Striker, get the job done. Finisher, 86. To be honest, you can put a finisher on him and you're basically one of the better finishers inside the game. Or you can put a hunter on him like I do, play him on a wing or play him in striker. Good short passing as well. And his job's to finish inside the box. He will score. Foden, of course, comes into the right mid category. And then Donovan, we put honorable mention as well. And then we want to put in James. I think with her trickster playstyle with the fake shot meta, she's actually very underrated. As a super sub, if you need someone, she's one to get. Then we've got Rodman, Trinity Rodman, and she can play striker as well. We admitted that we put her more on the right-hand side. I think Swanson maybe is a better striker in that situation. Because I don't want to put too many NWSL players because we already had Oshawala and Swanson as strikers, but she can also play striker as well if you're looking for 2 in NWSL. But I'll probably go for Oshawala and Swanson, but move her to the right hand side. And then you have Bjorn in centre mid. Talking about the NWSL, might as well talk about it now. You can put Crystal Dunn in. Her new SBC is also out as well, but it's a bit pricey. But yeah, Crystal Dunn, she comes in. What a card she is for 50k, if you're asking me, under 50k. Patrick Guijarro comes in now. I'll tell you something. Players like, Dunn, Bjorn. Now, look, she's also gives you the Sam Kerlink. Look, with a shadow, some of these cards are very underrated. Again, I don't understand why they're so cheap. Maybe because of the leagues. I'm not too sure. Don't sleep on these cards. I've used all these cards, by the way. Patrick Guijarro probably goes in as the best centre mid CDM hybrid. Probably goes for 2 positions here. If not, I'm going to give Tonali to the CDM position. But I would say she's the best centre mid you can get under 50k. That would be my honourable mention. Probably would be like the best player you can get for the centre mid position. What a card. Fantastic card. Long ball playstyle, meta, all the centre mid. All the pros are using her as well. What a card she is with a shadow. Exceptionally good defender. With a hunter, she's actually a very good box-to-box centre mid or playmaker plus as well. Then we go with Declan Rice. Bit more of a CDM if you're asking me. But can play that role very well from the defensive perspective. Rodri. Now, I wasn't going to add Rodri in. I think Rodri, look, with a shadow, he's actually not bad at this stage. Maybe he's watching this in January, December. Maybe not. This card is actually a good card if you don't make mistakes. If you are struggling with defending, you're better off getting someone with like Tonali and CDM or centre mid because they can recover. But he's got the power shot, tiki-taka, amazing passing, amazing physicality, and he's got very good long shots. I think he's a very good card. What lets him down is his pace. So how good this card will be depending on how good you are. The better player you are, the better this card will feel. The higher level player you are, the wider range of players that you can use. The lower the skill gap that you do have, the lower the player you are in terms of ability, you're only going to have a few finite players, and of course pace will trump everything, but I have to put him in for 50k. Lavelle goes in as well, NWSL links as well, Pink Pass can link with Dunn as well, and then Barella goes in, talking about the Martinez links. So you're going for the Martinez you saw at the beginning. Barella goes in, probably one of the best centre mids. Probably gets the honourable mention as probably been potential one of the best centre mids alongside with Tonali as well. And then we're going to put in this Iwobi card. What a card he is. Don't sleep on this card. Fantastic centre mid he is. Probably one of the best 50k centre mids there is, because, with a shadow, you can actually get the job done as an attacking. Look at his pace. Look at his pace and very good passing. Don't sleep on this card. Please, really, really don't. Then, of course, Patty, we mentioned CDM as well. A Declan as well, CDM. De Jong goes in, not the best of CDMs, more of a passer, but he can play both of those roles. He's more of a passing centre mid as opposed to a defensive, but he can still do that role as well. We put her in as well, to be honest. Liga F links, what a card, 11k only, but with a shadow, 88, 92 defensive. I bet you guys didn't see that. You look at her defending, you think, oh, face value, she's not that good. But you look at her in-game stats, 88 defensive awareness. Who cares about slide tackling? And don't forget, you press tackle, but you can have 5 stand tackling. You press tackle button at the right place, right time, you're going to get the ball every single time. But she can shoot as well. And she's got good passing and good dribbling. What a card she is as well. Tonali goes in my opinion, maybe the best price performance centre mid, if you're asking me. 10k, absolute steal. Probably one of the best CDMs, I'll be honest, like inside the game that you can get gold cards. Dead serious. He's so unbelievable. I have him on every single one of my accounts. We put Tchouameni in. Bit more the obvious option, but I'm sure you know about it already. We're going to go over here to now. We're going to left mids. This kind of comes in. Left back, should I say? The first few players are going to be like left mids as well, even though I wouldn't play him there. So Karchawi goes in. Another honourable mention for Batcher. Both of these players are good. I like Batcher because of the attack and win back plus. You're playing a 5-back. Lacks a sprint speed, but Karchawi will be the better left back. If you're looking for the link to Diani, this is what a card she is. Fantastic card. Very underrated. Don't see her that much this year. You got Davies left back, best in the Bundesliga. Probably needs a sentinel if you're asking me. Has the pace already. You can go with an anchor or you can go with it. Probably lean towards a sentinel here. But can technically play left mid as well. And then Udogi goes in. Probably the best Premier League left back alongside Kadioglu. For price wise, I think he still retains it, with it. Still put a shadow on him. I think he's a fantastic card, a defensive card left back. Nuno Mendes comes in as well, gives the PSG links, of course, to Dembele if you're considering him as well. again, I'd go with a shadow as well. Very underrated. You don't see him that much, but he's still top 10 left backs inside the game. Gold ones anyway. Kadioglu has to go in. He can play left back and right back. What a card he is. And then, of course, we put Hakimi in, another PSG link. So you can get the PSG link from Nuno Mendes. And you can get the PSG to Dembele and a link from Nuno Mendes, Hakimi, and then Dembele to get them all on 3 chemistry as well. And Walker goes in, 50k, more of a defensive player, but still very, very good. And then Llorente goes in, probably, in my opinion, I would say probably goes for the best right back. I think overall, because the fact he can play centre mid and he can do everything, I think I like him. This guy, just every year I get him 6 foot. What a card. As soon as this guy gets an evolution, it's going to be all fun and games like last year. The box Evo definitely goes in there. What a card he is. I think, again, I'm going to say best right back. Best right back, I would say. Did I do the best left mid and right mid? I think best left mid probably go to Chiesa maybe. Best right mid probably go to Dembele. There's actually quite a few players here. And then we've got Frimpong here. Frimpong, to be honest, probably the best in Bundesliga. Very good card. Can play right mid as well, actually. Then we have Gusto, has to go in, honorable mention, if not at least Shadow. I would still prefer Caddy over him, but as a defensive player, someone that's like 5'10" that can hold good stamina, he's a good card as well. I think Kadioglu pushes him. Then we go to top 7 centre backs. Like Van der Ven goes in, I think. Van der Ven here, I think he probably goes best centre back under 50k. Don't think anyone trumps him. He's probably the best centre back under 200k, unless you go Saliba category. Yep, he's going to be top centre back, my opinion, best centre back of that whole bunch under 50k. Have him on every single one of my teams. I literally have every account in every single division, and every single one of my accounts, apart from some of them, I only got 20, 30k team. I have Van der Ven in it. What a card. Probably the best centre back you can probably get on the 250 if you're going to discount Saliba. Then we go on with a Kanji. Lacks of play styles, but with a shadow, he's still a very good card. Most of his cards are going to need a shadow or hunter. Gavardio goes in as well with a block. Maybe made more of an honourable mention. Tomori goes in alongside, maybe the second best, alongside Bremer under 50k, if you're asking me. So maybe Van der Ven first, Bremer, and then Tomori. But Serie A links to Lautaro Martinez, like I mentioned to you earlier on as well, the Barellas. Marquinhos goes in with a PSG links. Very, very good card. Very underrated. 81 sprint speed, 90 defense awareness, intercept play style. You don't see him that much. And then we go on with Bremer as well. Probably goes in, as I said, if you can afford the inform Bremer, but again, 150k. Probably not the budget video, the 50k one, so that's why I didn't add him in. But a very, very good card. Araujo goes in. I think Kunde is better than Araujo. Actually, you know, I'm not going to say I think. I know he's better. Kunde doesn't get in because right now he's 80k. By the time you watch this video, it might be 50k. So buy Kunde instead. With the jockey playstyle, that agility and balance, this guy is unbelievable. Him and Van der Ven are such a good cheap combo. Alaba, another cheap option for La Liga as well. If you want to go for the Zubamendi's. That's Zubamendi's a centre mid. Vivian, I think his name is. It's another good honourable mention for cheap centre back. But Alaba, another good. If you can't afford the Eder Militao's and the Rudigers, he's a good card. Or even the Araujo's, you can't afford him. He goes in. And then we have Aspi. Now, Aspi, this is a special Aspi card. It brings me back to this FIFA 18 Footmas days, you know. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and quickly find actually. Let's go to Footbin. I mean, what a card this Aspi was. You know, I used to love this card. I remember I used to come back home from uni and I remember like I used to use this card. Let's see if he's still here. Generations. FIFA 22. Oh, he's not here. He's not here. Maybe I can't see the full generations. There was a Footmas FIFA 18 card, Aspi. You will know. You will know if you know him. But yeah, what a card he is. Definitely goes in as well. I think for centre backs, Van der Ven, as I mentioned. Now we're going to move to goalkeepers. Now, there's actually quite a lot. I think Ter Stegen wins the best 50k goalkeeper. Maybe this Alongside Edison. Bit more of a unique 50-50, depends on what exactly you're looking for. But I think Ter Stegen really goes in here. If you're asking me, I don't think Ter Stegen breaks out of this. I think he's very, very good. Yeah, you know what? We're going to put him in. I think he's just too good. We can't leave him out. We can't. Him and Edison, I think. I mean, leave him out. I mean, I can't leave him out. The best goalkeeper. I think him and Edison. Look, Ter Stegen, footwork, rush out, very, very good. Alisson goes in. Maybe not the top one. Same as Donnarumma, he goes in as well. Very, very good. Courtois probably goes in the top 3 contention. And then I'll say it was between Edison, Courtois, and Ter Stegen. Then we got Martinez. Martinez is actually very, very good at rush out as well. He's actually very, very good. Maybe you can even argue as well. There's actually so many good goalkeepers, and Oblak comes in as well. But I think if I had to choose one, maybe I would choose Edison for distribution. But most people here would go with Ter Stegen. But that was basically the best players under 50k in each position. Well, didn't want to keep the video too long because if you ever see a player that you really like the look of, you can just go look at it on your channel. Let me know down below if you want to see more of these videos. We've done 50k, might do 100k next and 150k. Maybe I might do all budgets. Let me know what you want to see down below. Maybe I'll do that ranking. You know, everyone does that ranking system. Maybe I'll do that kind of video. But let me know what you want to see, because obviously if you let me know, then I know. Otherwise, half the time I don't know what to do. And I'm just thinking everyone knows this. But of course, sometimes a bit naive in that I don't understand that. And of course, the best person to understand what kind of content I should make should be you, because of course you know what you want to see. Anyway, thanks for watching. Don't forget, if you want to get better FC, come to my Patreon, so patreon.com/know guys, where you can learn about more key stats, the best stats for every single position, and how to find the meta players all the time. And of course, all the gameplay videos. Don't give up after 1 month. We find your minds to know guys guarantee. Thanks for watching. Take it easy. And of course, I'll catch you next time. Peace.